Okay, Recon's video on Saturday, the 8th of February 2025. Just gone 3:49 p.m. Chicago time. Do hope you are doing well. So, it's the weekend, time for another weekend futures market recap. We'll go through 15 of the largest futures markets and I show you what I'm seeing on my charts. Do hope you had a good week's trading. What a week that was. Almost like a rerun of the week before. So I'm going to show you that on the tip bar charts of the E-mini, and then we'll go through the futures markets as well. But we are sitting on a big things happen at triples. So we either get big breaks or big bounces, and I'm not sure which way this is going to go. We've still got some downward energy to play out, so this could be a pretty important level this weekend. So let us start with the E-mini daily chart. I say this every week, I sound like a broken record. The background is in red, which means medium long term we're in an uptrend on the equities markets. And that's because both price and volume confirming that we're in an uptrend. Look at the bars on better sine wave, they are red, which shows we're above supports, and so we're in an uptrend, and we're above professional, the last professional bars that came in on the daily chart, the blue bars down here at these lows, so they're holding. The uptrend will not be over, and I've said this before quite a few times, until we see blue professional up bars. That's where professionals will be taking profits. But are we sitting at a level here where we might run into a little bit of trouble? On the daily chart, we got pullback support and an uptrend here. We've had resistance come in on the daily chart here on the lowest time frame, those little white bars there. So getting through that would get a confirmation of an uptrend. But Friday was pretty nasty, and I'm not sure we've done enough damage on the downside to hold us yet. So but let me roll you through the charts here. So here's the 135-minute chart. There are exactly three 135-minute bars in a day session of the E-mini. This is all looking good because all the blue professional bars have come in on the lows. So down here and here and here, we have a nice little pattern with exhaustion, bullish divergence, which is close to the zero line, followed by a flush pattern. So with this week's activity, particularly Thursday into Friday's activity, we had quite a lot of selling here that's generated this little flush pattern here. But the momentum is signaling up. It's not positive at this point, but it is pointing up. And here's our little triple gone off on the 135-minute chart where we have a triple support in terms of better sine wave on the low, intermediate and high time frame. They all came in here. So this level at 60.29, super important. That's got to hold. And I don't know. We've got support on the highest time frame here. This pullback level has come in, so we're stuck between this 29 and 61.23. We need to get above that in order to show that we're still in a confirmed trend. 45-minute chart. We're underneath the lip here at the moment with Monday's activity. We sold off pretty hard, but blue professional bars came in on Monday as opposed to the previous Monday where they didn't come in. They bought this little breakout here and then sold it down, and they've caught it at that point. Again, it looks constructive in terms of better momentum. We're showing higher lows, which is good, but we're still under the lip here, and we've got a little bit of energy to run out on the 45-minute chart. Resistance to support. If we're below the resistance on the highest time frame here, these tend to play themselves out, and we've got a sign of weakness just gone off there on this time frame. The only thing that's holding us, we're at that kind of support level on the lowest time frame here, that's sitting underneath that price point there. So in danger there of falling out of bed. And then the 15-minute chart, this is Monday's activity, nice big exhaustion sell. The blue professional bars come in. The beginnings and the ends of the weeks on these lower time frame charts are marked by the solid vertical yellow lines. So there's the exhaustion sell. The blue professional bars come in at those lows. We spend the whole week rallying, and then we weaken on Friday, which is almost like an exact same play as the previous week. It's in an uptrend. Yes, here we haven't had blue professional bars taking profits at these highs, but we've had no blue professional bars coming at the lows yet. And here's this energy on the 15-minute chart. We got resistance on the highest time frame here. This has got to play itself out on the way down. We're sitting at two little supports here on the low and intermediate time frame, and the bars are white, so that's showing we're in a downtrend here. So has that got to play itself out? And then between here and 59.50, we come in with the blue professional bars to save the day, and we rally from there. But this energy has got to work itself out. We don't just turn around on a dime here, because this energy usually has to play itself out. So lower time frame charts, it's looking like we've got to head down a little bit. And here's the 13,500 tip bar chart. I'll just show you what I'm talking about here with the mirror of last week's activity. So last week's activity, we ended the Friday week, and then we started off on the Sunday night with just a collapse into a whole bunch of Rambo patterns down here at the lows. caught us at that point. We rallied. At the end of Monday, we had these blue professional bars buying the breakout here. They didn't necessarily buy, the absolute low, but they said enough damage has been done. We're just going to buy that breakout, and it kept on rallying. We had a little bit of weakness. Blue professional bars come in here, but not at the highs. It wasn't until the blue professional bars were on the highs here on the Thursday, Friday activity where we sold off super hard. Exhaustion sell, getting the move going. And on the Friday, we closed out a bunch of positions with blue professional bars coming in here. Similar type of pattern with this week's activity. So we opened on the Sunday night with a gap down, continued down, and then we got exhaustion sell down here. Similar levels, negative 15,000 to the previous week, but this didn't generate exhaustion sell, but this pattern did. And Rambo pattern, so Rambo just like there, and we rallied. And then I don't think it was till the Tuesday maybe that we started to take off. A similar type pattern here, buying that breakout. We had some nasty weakness overnight, but then the rally kept on going. And then blue professional bars, not necessarily at the highs here, but these ones start to come in on Friday. And they're big pro bars at the highs. So similar to these bars at the highs, blue professional bars come in, blue professional bars on the way up. So that's professional profit taking. We overshoot a little bit. They're super high average trade size because the background's in blue as well. And then we test 61.20, and then Friday's activity, we had a nasty little sell-off. Now, the end of the week, yes, like this end of the last week, blue professional bars come in here. You can see that just on these bars here, bang. Closing out positions, some of that, but we're in a downtrend on this time frame. And when we go to the cyclical patterns, here's what I'm worried about. So this is better sine wave on this 13,500 tip bar chart, and we've had a big things happen at triples come in. So we've got supports on all three time frames, low, intermediate, and highest time frame all come together. And we either have big bounces or big breaks. And we can tell whether we're going to have a bounce or a break by other patterns. Do we have nice momentum patterns supporting us? Do we have blue professional bars coming in, or amateurs being wrong-footed, something like that? I don't actually see a lot on this chart to say this is going to hold. This is absolutely critical. We're at 60.50 at the moment. If that breaks, we move into a trending move on the way down. So, and all these other time frames as we head up is looking a little bit weak. So that's a possibility for Sunday into Monday, that the weakness that we have on Friday, which didn't really hold by the end of the day, kept on going, and we closed close to the lows. And we've not seen a lot of blue professional bars coming in at the end of the week to necessarily hold this. So that's what I'm going to be looking for come Sunday into Monday on the E-mini. Let us look at the other futures markets, starting off with Forex futures and the euro. So the euro, very similar pattern to the equities market this week. We gapped down at the open on Sunday. We had these blue professional bars buying the breakout, a little bit of a test down there to those lows, kept on going, and then blue professional bars coming at the highs there, and we've weakened, and we're in a downtrend on the euro at the moment. British pound, they had an interest rate decision from the Bank of England this week. They dropped rates by 25 basis points, I think, and professionals knew about it up here at the highs after exhaustion by bearish divergence, and they sold it down pretty hard, and we're in a downtrend. The background's in grey on British pound, so that's looking weak as well. Aussie dollar also Rambo patterns, gap down on the Monday, but rallied and rallied. Big pro bars come in here at the end of that Monday, Tuesday's type activity, and we rally from there. No blue professional bars taking profits at the highs here or here, and they've come in on the retrace. So the Aussie dollar is actually looking strong compared to the others. And Japanese yen, look at all these big pro bars coming on this chart all over the show over the last 2 weeks. So the background's in blue, the bars are blue, which means super high average trade size. This has been the feature all week. And then buying the lows, selling the highs, I don't know, buying this breakout, and then we keep on going. Even more blue professional bars coming at the highs, and we're testing at the moment. So blue professional bars taking profits at these highs, and we retraced with more blue professional bars coming in here by the end of the week. So is that rolling over potentially on the Japanese yen? 10 years. Now, 10 years looking pretty strong. Bottomed 3 weeks ago down here with exhaustion sell, bullish divergence, flush patterns. We get going to the upside. This week's activity, they came in at the lows on Friday and Monday here, and we tested and we bounced from there. No blue professional bars taking profits at the highs. We've just run into exhaustion by bearish divergence and flush with all this volatility that we had with the employment numbers this week. But 10 years is looking like it's still in an uptrend, which is interesting. So that means potentially rates coming off. And the Trueflation numbers came out this week, and they were showing that there's been a marked decline in inflation on those metrics. So potentially people are looking at that and saying rates on bonds are going to come down as well. Gold still powering ahead. Big pro bars coming at the lows 3 or 4 weeks ago. Bang, bought the lows. We kept on rallying and rallying into these highs. Just Rambo patterns at those highs, and that's why we weakened. But blue professional bars came in to hold it, 28.60 here. So we're continuing to rally on gold, which is interesting. Silver, though, not so much. They pushed this into the highs at 33, and it looks like a little bit of a U-turn here on silver, forcing it up and then selling it down. Bitcoin did hold, had a nasty week, similar to the equities markets. We sold off Friday and then continued down. Bottomed at 92 with blue professional bars stepping in here, but big pro bars came in at 102 and we've weakened from there. Got exhaustion patterns this weekend. Professional bars come in here. We're starting to rally at 96. So that's interesting. We need to get through 98s in order to trip this into an uptrend on Bitcoin. Crude, my worst 2 trades this week, because I went long on the break on Sunday night because I was bullish last weekend's video on crude, and got taken out on my stop here as we closed the gap and then kept on going down. That was professionals buying the low and then selling the high here. I don't know, 72 and a half, and then at 75 took profits and they sold it down. And then I thought they were coming in here at the lows here and bought this potential breakout here, and then got taken out on the stop as well. But professionals have come in again. I mean, we're still in a downtrend on crude, but they're trying to hold it at 71 and a half and then 70 and a half. Let's see if we break above 71.50 down here. Because this big pro bar has come in there. But anyway, needs more confirmation than that to break into an uptrend on crude. So let's not talk about crude anymore. Natural gas gapped up and natural gas kept going. So I was thinking crude would follow along because natural gas was strong all week, but no, didn't happen. We closed the gap on natural gas after we had this massive gap up. Exhaustion buy, bearish divergence. We come down 315, closed the gap almost there and rally, but now we've had exhaustion buys, blue professional bars coming at 345 and the market's weakening, and they've sold down stair-step trade there at 338. So natural gas is looking weak. And copper had a great week here. So I don't know, last weekend's video I wasn't sure what the professionals were doing at this point here, but then when we had Rambo patterns at 420, so the amateurs getting wrong-footed here, and then we break into an uptrend, they buy the breakout, big pro bars coming in here, and then seemingly keep it going. Yes, they are at the highs, potentially getting out here. Let's see if this breaks into a downtrend on copper, but that was a nice move all week from 420 to 460. And lastly, the ags. Big pro bars come in on the break on Sunday, and then we rally all week, and no blue professional bars taking profits up here, but they're coming in on the retraces here. So let's see if corn holds and then breaks up through 492. Soybeans also blue professional bars at the beginning of the week, and we rallied. Some blue professional bars taking profits here, and then they sell it down for a stair-step trade here. So soybeans is weakening in a downtrend. And wheat also rallied. A little bit of weakness from this big pro bars last week, but then amateur bars down here, and we needed to keep on breaking up and up. Professional bars up here. I don't know, it's in a downtrend. The background's in grey at the moment, but not clear setups happening there on wheat, I would suggest. Anyway, so there we go. I hope that wasn't too fast of a rip round through the charts, but for me, this big things happen at triples level on better sine wave on a 13,500 dip bar chart is absolutely key. So let us see if that breaks Sunday into Monday. We get a nice little trending move until we see big pro bars step in on the E-mini here. So I hope your trading is going well, and looking forward to next week's trade.